Bonjour, and I'm gonna let you know from the start, I'm probably gonna massacre a lot of these French words. Today we're diving deep into how and why France is advancing one of the most significant public sector open source shifts in Europe. From the Gendarmerie's proven success to Lyon's progressive rollout and the new national directive. By the end, you'll understand the real drivers behind this momentum and what it can mean for governments worldwide. For years, many governments have relied on proprietary ecosystems, facing recurring licensing expenses, forced hardware refreshes, and concerns over data control. France, with its strong tradition of strategic autonomy in areas like energy and aerospace, began questioning this model in the early 2000s. DINUM has played a central role in cataloging and encouraging open source options. The goal is clear: foster independence, control costs, and ensure public services remain resilient and sovereign. One of the standout examples is the French National Gendarmerie. Starting in the mid-2000s, they adopted OnlyOffice.org, then Firefox and Thunderbird. In 2008, they began rolling out a custom Ubuntu-based distribution called GendBuntu on new workstations. You can guess how they probably came up with that name. The results have been impressive. As of June 2024, 97% of the Gendarmerie's 103,164 workstations were running GendBuntu. The migration from 20.04 to 22.04 alone successfully updated around 62,000 stations between 2023 and 2024. Annual savings on licensing and maintenance have been reported in the range of approximately 2 million euros. Overall, the project has demonstrated lower total cost of ownership, with some analysis citing around 40% reductions through reduced licensing, simpler administration, and extended hardware usability. Machines no longer needed for desktops were sometimes repurposed as servers, further cutting costs. Security benefits from open source transparency and independent patching also played a role. GendBuntu remains one of the largest Linux desktop deployments in the European public sector and serves as a practical proof point for large-scale adoption. The Gendarmerie's experience has helped inspire others. In June 2025, Lyon, France's third largest city and a key economic center serving over 1 million residents, announced a progressive shift away from Windows and Microsoft Office. The municipal administration, which involves training for around 10,000 civil servants, is moving towards Linux desktops, OnlyOffice for productivity tasks, and PostgreSQL for databases. Motivations include reducing reliance on non-European vendors, enhancing digital sovereignty, extending the life of existing hardware to minimize e-waste, and supporting more sustainable public services. The rollout began with pilots, including in areas like childcare services, and is expanding gradually, with training starting in June 2025. Lyon is also incorporating other open tools, such as platforms for collaboration, as part of a digital commons strategy. This municipal effort is being watched closely as a potential model for other local governments. At the national level, DINUM continues to study and promote Linux-based workstations and other open source solutions across administrations to advance sovereignty and efficiency. While there is no single universal mandate requiring immediate full desktop transitions everywhere, the direction encourages ministries and public operators to explore these alternatives as part of a broader digital transformation planning. A prominent related effort is the sovereign video conferencing platform Visio. Announced for wider adoption in early 2026, Visio aims to replace tools like Microsoft Teams and Zoom for government use. The goal is to cover state services by 2027, building on pilots that already reached tens of thousands of users. It runs on secure French EU cloud infrastructure and meets high cybersecurity standards set by ANSSI. This complements the desktop focus by ensuring critical communications stay under national control. In May 2025, France became the first government to endorse the United Nations open source principles, underscoring its leadership in promoting open collaboration. The appeal comes down to several practical benefits. First, cost efficiency, eliminating recurring per-user licensing fees and avoiding vendor-driven upgrade cycles. If you've ever sat for 30 minutes and waited for Windows to update, or you were right in the middle of some important work when it decided to do it on its own, you can understand this. Second, sovereignty and security. Open source code allows auditing by national agencies with no hidden telemetry or external dependencies. Third, Sustainability. Linux often runs efficiently on older hardware, reducing procurement needs and environmental impact. Fourth, flexibility. Distributions can be customized to specific organizational requirements with centralized management tools, simplifying administration. France's SIL catalog helps ensure chosen tools are vetted and suitable for public use. Transitions involve real work. Early Gendarmerie phases addressed compatibility, user training, and peripheral support through careful pilots, phased rollouts, and focused change management. Many users found the interface approachable, with training emphasizing familiar workflows. Lyon is applying similar lessons, prioritizing support and gradual implementation. Nationally, DINUM's guidance helps agencies plan effectively. The outcome is greater long-term resilience and a workforce more familiar with open technologies. France's effort aligns with wider European interest in digital sovereignty. Similar moves appear in places like Germany's Schleswig-Holstein state and Denmark's public sector. These shifts can stimulate local and European open source ecosystems, create skilled jobs, and ensure taxpayer resources are used efficiently. For citizens, the result can be more secure, sustainable public services. From the Gendarmerie's large-scale GendBuntu deployment to Lyon's ongoing municipal transition and national promotion of open source tools like Visio, France demonstrates that pragmatic open source adoption is achievable and beneficial at scale. This isn't about rejecting innovation. It's about choosing technologies that prioritize public interest, control, efficiency, and privacy. As other governments and organizations observe these developments, the French experience provides valuable insights. Could similar approaches work elsewhere? Do you think this is a valid move by France? Do you think other countries or even your own should follow suit? Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe for more content like this and more exploration of these types of topics. Hit the bell to get notified, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Au revoir.